Under a clear blue sky mottled with fluffy white clouds, a reservoir stretches through the countryside, separating verdant fields.
It felt wonderful. We had warm sunshine on our backs, the air was clean and fresh, and it was just so peaceful.
A white minibus drives down a country road. At Hannah's Meadow, the visually impaired group get out of the minibus, then all go down a boardwalk, surrounded by thick grass and yellow flowers. An older lady in a wheelchair holds a stem of grass and looks to her side at the thriving greenery. The group all gather and look out across the landscape. Will Bowman, Farming and Nature Support Officer, North Pennines National Landscape.
This project has brought the visually impaired group from both Darlington and Barnard Castle to visit Hannah's Meadow in Baldersdale for them to feel and experience some of the sights, sounds and the smells of environment and the landscape here.
A wooden blue sign reads Hannah's Meadow Walk.
Hannah Hawkswell managed it for many years of her life. Because of her management here, the assemblage and the community of wildflower species and grasses are still present to this day.
Will holds a handful of different kinds of meadow grasses.
The difficulties that these visually impaired groups face shouldn't prevent them from experiencing these habitats and landscapes. Everyone be able to access green spaces and healthy ecosystems. The benefit to society as a whole is just immeasurable.
The groups gathered at a weathered stone wall, listening to Will, who's pointing out to the meadow. Jonathan Wilkinson, Darlington Social Club for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Days like this are quite invaluable for those who otherwise don't get out much because they aren't in a position to do so.
Jonathan smells a purple flower.
We got to feel a number of different types of vegetation, smelling flowers, and they all had different feelings, a nice mixture of textures.
An older lady wearing a polka dot fleece feels red clover flowers. Sheila Woodcock, Darlington Social Club for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
You can see the grass, but you don't know the details what's in the grass unless you're shown and touch the things. You can draw your hand up and touch the flower head, and you could almost imagine all the grasses waving, and it's just lovely and peaceful.
The lady in the wheelchair smiles warmly. Will Bowman.
It's important for this visually impaired group to be able to use all their senses to experience these habitats. Being able to use the texture of plants and the smell of plants, really important to let them connect with the species there.
A lady sniffs a red clover flower. Sheila Woodcock.
I've always enjoyed nature. I often got told off for being in the woods.
The group is inside a stone barn where information boards, framed photographs and labelled tools hang on the walls. They're all facing Will, listening to him speak.
It's something we live with. It's very much a social thing to meet other new people that are similar to ourselves. They have a vast impact for me personally.
Will Bowman.
It's important for this group in particular for that opportunity to socialise and get all the benefit that comes with having a community of people to go out and experience the landscape with.
The group goes back down the meadows pathway, leaving the barn.
A lot of the time you come away learning something new and share a different perception of these beautiful environments.
Two minibuses drive away through a gate on a narrow country road. Jonathan Wilkinson.
It's vital that these sort of projects continue in the future, mainly for the benefit of those who wouldn't get to experience the great outdoors in any other way, and to give more people the opportunities that we've had.
The group relax in a village hall, eating refreshments. A golden Labrador rests its chin on a woman's arm and stares up at her. Will shares a hearty chuckle with a woman.
I would say I felt like sort of at peace.
The group and Will all socialise around tables in the hall while eating and drinking. Flying away from a quaint countryside village, a flock of sheep graze on a green pasture and a church steeple rises high. Logos from North Pennines National Landscape and UNESCO North Pennines Global Geopark. Text reads, thanks to Darlington Social Club for the Blind and Visually Impaired, Teesdale Club for the Visually Impaired, Cotherstone Village Hall. The Tees Swale Naturally Connected programme is led by the North Pennines National Landscape Team and funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. Additional logos from Tees Swale Naturally Connected, Yorkshire Dales National Park Authority, National Lottery Heritage Fund. Before a yellow background, the profile of a silhouetted human head contains a reel-to-reel camera in the brain. Underneath, film on thebrain.com.